Howdy, my name is Claudio back to the channel. Today, we got a video from Everything Always. Avengers Doomsday new leaked set photos confirm new cast, including the OG Peter Parker, Tobey Maguire.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name is Michael Roman,
We got some more leaked photos.
And guys, it looks like we have some massive set photo leaks for Avengers Doomsday. Now, I want to preface this entire video with two things. The first of which, if what we're talking about during this video ends up being real, and these are actually leaked set photos from behind the scenes,
take this with a grain of salt, is what he's saying, bro. This could be fake, this could be real, but if I'm watching Everything Always, bro, I believe he always try to make sure whatever source he's, you know what I mean, using, whatever is the most credible source he can find, you know. So I believe so. And Everything Always, he believes these might just be real, you know what I mean? But take it with a grain of salt, or a bucket of salt, you know what I'm saying? Take it from your boy Cloudy, you know what I'm saying? I'll take all blame if y'all believe it. Don't put it on Everything Always, bro, on all fires. That's the homie.
in the makeup booth and on set of Avengers Doomsday, and you don't want to know this stuff, or it's somehow going to ruin the experience for you, no worries. Bro. This would not be the video for you. The other thing is that I am well aware that AI capabilities in image creation have gotten exponentially better just in the last year. And while there are detectors, programs out there you can feed the images into and see if they were made with AI, that doesn't seem to be the case. Although not always correct, it doesn't seem to be the case in this instance. Either way, we are going to break down all of the characters revealed there within, a very interesting detail on Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom, a first look for a modernized take in Magneto's costume, Namora returning from Wakanda Forever, and none other than Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. We're breaking it all down in detail, these latest leaked set photos, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button.
You know, I heard Namora's on the X-Men team, bro, so I'm wondering if he return, will he return? Well, I'm pretty sure he's gonna return in Avengers Doomsday, but I'm saying, like, will he also show up in the Mutant Saga? Because on the video game, Marvel Rivals, bro, he's an X-Men. So I'm wondering, in the Mutant Saga, will he end up becoming a part of that group or not?
To everyone who's been subbing lately and helped grow the channel, and if you haven't already, I would just kindly invite you to do so. It's the #1 thing you can do to support us, plus it'll earn you for all the giveaways. All you gotta do, be a sub, leave a comment. If you want, stick around to the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Now, we're gonna go through each one of these in detail, but I'm gonna say this: I am not posting these photos in this video or even on my own social media out of fear that they actually are real leaks. I don't want to get a copyright strike from Marvel Studios, but we will go through them all in detail. Okay. We actually know where they came from and the story surrounding them. So 4 days ago, the first set of photos, all compiled into one big photo, hit the internet on 4chan and can be apparently attributed to a makeup artist that went ahead and posted stuff to her social media long before she was supposed to. Now, this warrants the same spoiler warning that I threw down during the prologue when it comes to 4chan posts, because in the past, 4chan has been a huge source of leaks, while most of the stuff that comes across there is BS. In some cases, 4chan has been a huge source of leaks, while most of the stuff that comes across there is BS. In some cases, they've nailed things exactly right. This may be one of those cases, and I will say the continuity amongst the pictures.
Hey, I'm gonna be real, bro. Fake leaks or not, bro, these leaks are fire, bro. And it's still, the reason why I like the fake leaks, even if they are, you know what I'm saying, is because it still jogs my mind a little bit to bring up theories on what might possibly be in these movies. You know what I mean? Or what they might end up putting out in between Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. Because I guarantee you, bro, they putting out projects in between them. So even if these leaks are fake, bro, they could still give people a lot of, like, it actually helps Marvel in a kind of way too. But I understand, like, if the leaks are real and they like, bro, we didn't want to show that into the movie, like, you know. But I'm just saying, like, for people like me, bro, it gives me theories, you know what I mean? So I like them.
And from different angles certainly make me feel like it's not AI. That all being said, let's jump in and break these down. Now, the first page had 9 photos on it, 4 of which are James Marsden sitting, again, in a makeup chair. He has a black cloth covering his costume while they're applying makeup, blood, and bruising to his face. Although underneath the black cloak, you can clearly see the blue collar popping out from the authentic comic book accurate blue Cyclops costume. Now, that being said, one interesting thing about the makeup being applied to Cyclops' face is that they're putting some blood and bruising around his eyes, which normally we would.
Look, bro, I'm gonna do a video on why Cyclops gets so much love, you know what I'm saying? But if bro got bruises on his eyes and stuff already, who beat him up? bro is the leader of the X-Men. You cannot be having bruises like that. Now, I'm not, granted, when you get in fights, you do get beat up sometimes. You get bruised, you know what I'm saying? Don't mean you entirely lost the fight. Doesn't mean you got beat up a little bit before you won, you know? But I'm just saying, bro, how he gets stuff on his eyes when he got laser beams to come out of his eyes. I would think his eyes will be, like, perfectly fine. Like, nobody will be able to touch his face because, you know what I mean? Unless they, like, bandage his, you know, that'd be crazy as hell. That means, bro, who bagged my boy Cyclops up and beat him up with a bag over his head, bro? That's the only way I feel like he could have got bruises on his eyes. Unless he gets bruises from using his laser beams without the little glasses. Maybe that put bruises on his eye. I don't know, you know. That could be so. But if not, bro, got somebody put a bag over bro's head and beat him up.
See his eyes. It's because of the visor.
Or they taped his eyes shut or
interesting
something.
mark that at first
So how would they
made me
be-
feel
you
like
know?
these might be fake. But it's the next set of photos, the two of Shuri, that made me feel the exact opposite, and that perhaps these were real. Because not only did it show Shuri also in a makeup chair with bruising over her eye, but it showed her in a superhero kneel in a brand new version of the Black Panther costume that has a deep gold V and the claws around the neck, black and gold, just like the costume we just saw her in on the side of the bag that's embroidered with all the characters. In fact, the designs match 100%, which really made me
Dang,
feel
so she
like
gonna be
that's
fighting
not
too?
just a coincidence. These might
Well, maybe they in the scene where they filming the fight scenes now, you know. So that's probably why.
actually be real. Now, the other three photos included were two of Ian McKellen's Magneto, one a close-up of his face, one sort of like a concept mock-up of his costume, which is a modernized take on the Magneto costume with some purples and
I
blues.
think it's dope all
and
these
some
characters is coming back.
But the really interesting photo was in the top right. The 9th photo was Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom, which didn't adorn the
I think the craziest thing I seen on that, bro, was Franklin at the bottom right. And go check out my past video if you ain't checked it out, you know what I'm saying? Because I reacted to all the costumes. But I think that being there, bro, says a lot. That means Franklin is going to be, he's going to have scenes, bro. He's going to have lines. Or at least I believe so.
normal
you know?
face scarring that we've seen from Doctor Doom, but
Seeing him
rather
on there was the most
one
surprising
long
to me.
scar straight down the center of it. Now, we could sit here and theorize about what that's all about all
What
day
the
long,
hell?
because maybe he's covering his face by wrapping Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man's face around it, which would be
Yeah,
totally
okay.
morbid and very weird. And the way that
Yeah,
the scar
yeah.
looks, it's as if you could just open it right down the middle and
Yeah, see, bro, I'm telling y'all, bro, we gonna end up seeing who the real Doctor Doom is during the Avengers Doomsday movie, but only the audience is gonna know like who he really is, and we gonna see him like steal Tony Stark face. Either he gonna steal. Well, yeah, you basically stole it. You ain't finna just, hey, bro, can I borrow your face? Like, yeah, he stole the nigga face. You know what I'm saying? We gonna see him do that. That's what I think. At least I feel like they should put that in the movie, to where the audience know who Doctor Doom really is, and we see him steal Tony Stark face. But then the characters in the movie don't. It kind of makes it like to where the audience is more into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, how do you not know this nigga is? You know what I mean? Like, I think they should do that, bro. That
there'd
would be
be
fire.
a
Russo
different
brothers,
Dr.
you see
Doom
this
face
video?
underneath. That would be certainly a really
Try it
grotesque
out,
way
you know
to
what I
do
mean?
this, but that scar literally goes from the middle of his forehead all the way through down his nose, down to his chin. And honestly, it's not
That's
like any
crazy,
other
bro.
Doctor Doom scarring we've really ever seen. It's also certainly not meant to indicate any sort of face symmetry for mocap, because it's slightly to the right at the top and slightly to the left at the bottom. Some people debated whether or not this was a real photo or just AI, but honestly, if it is real,
I don't know,
it's a very
man.
unique take and might actually add extra elements to the plot again of why Doctor Doom's face looks like.
Maybe that's why, because I watched Fantastic Four the other night, bro. Maybe that's why Baby Franklin was like touching on his face, like, yo, like you got a big ass scar in the middle of your face. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Franklin was trying to fix his face. You know, Franklin is strong.
6 Tony Stark. Now, the next set of photos only had 8 total and 3 characters. First of which, there were 3 photos of Namora back from Wakanda Forever. Many people could not figure out who this character is. She was in a makeup chair, all painted light blue, gills on her neck. People were wondering if this
Who
was
would that
Mrs. Negative. I guess they just forgot about Namora from Wakanda Forever, but it was rumored she was in this film. And again, if these
Namora.
photos are correct, she is. Then you had 2 pictures of Channing
Was she?
Tatum. He
That's
is not
his,
in his
his
Gambit
girl, his
costume.
sister?
You can just see the black covering while they're putting makeup on. He also has blood marks being applied to his face. But the
Damn,
last
everybody got
3
beat up.
photos show Tobey Maguire, 2 of which in a makeup chair, covered by a black cloak with the Spider-Man costume collar underneath. He has bruising around his left eye. It's that same photo and from two different angles, one of him looking straight on, one of him looking to the right. Then there is also a concept mock-up of him in his classic blue and red Spider-Man costume with parted hair in the same way he looks in the photos where he's getting makeup applied. Now, interestingly enough, where these have been posted from 4chan and then reposted to Reddit, people again have very strong opinions about whether these are real or not. But if you...
I think it's real, bro. I think they might be doing the scene to where they all end up fighting, bro. They might actually end up being there already. And the only reason I say that, because I know some people might be like, bro, that don't mean they damn near done with the movie. It could just possibly be like they're trying to film these scenes right now because possibly some of these actors might have other things they got to do a little later. So they're trying to get these scenes already done. So it's already prepared, you know what I'm saying? So when these actors got other things to do or other things to take care of, they can go ahead and do that. They already did their scenes and stuff like that. That's what I think may be happening. They might be filming some scenes that happen at the end already because some of these actors might be busy later. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, bro, these could be AI, but I could see that being a possibility. Them filming some later scenes now, so they ain't got to film later, so these actors can have some time to do other things. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I'm pretty sure they got other things they got to do. They got families, and you know, and then you can't forget some of these actors, they getting older too. So maybe they like, let's film it now while you look young and you still can, you know, do your thing. So then you can kind of rest a little bit when you get to the end of this, you can take some rest. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, bro. That's what I think might be happening.
Go through the comments to try to get a feel of what people are thinking. A lot of people point out the similarities in the different angles of the shots, and not something that AI generally would be able to capture and maintain photo to photo. So the overwhelming reaction, at least on Reddit and the comments that I saw where these are posted, is that they're real. People are taking them as real, which means Tobey Maguire's confirmed.
I think some may be fake.
We already ran this report once at the channel because Tobey Maguire, interestingly enough, has been in London where they've been filming Avengers Doomsday. People have been reporting on this for weeks and months at this point, so that's not a total shocker. But if these photos are real,
it'll be real messed up if Tobey Maguire showed up in London just to watch them film the movie, but he not in it. That'd be some crazy shit, wouldn't it? So no, he's there to film, bro. He's there to film. Cause I just don't. It would be messed up if he wasn't. You know what I mean, bro? Really just there. I just want to be here to watch. I ain't got nothing else to do. Do actors do that sometimes, bro? Like do some of the Marvel actors do that? You know, even though if they not in the movie, they still go just to watch them film and maybe just to help. You know what I mean? Like help put stuff up. Maybe help one of the actors get into mode. You know what I mean? Like that's what I want to know, bro. You know?
Confirmation that we haven't received yet, and we're all the speculation that the side of that merchandise bag just revealed the announced cast characters, and that might not be it. These photos are promising for a lot more and traveling to a lot more universes across the multiverse than say just the 616 and the 10,005. Now look, as I said during the prologue, because we live in an age of AI, could these be AI? They could be, but it's not going to shock me if in a couple of months or half a year, all of these turn out to be true. We've had leaks just like this over the last 8 years since I've been doing this at the channel, and in fact, taking a page right out of Sony's book, no one wanted to believe that 4K Andrew footage of him on the blue screen was actually real. Even back then, before AI was where it is now, no one was really using it. Even someone tried to claim they made that video. So we're going to have to wait and see what the fallout is. But in the meantime, and again, if these are real, Tobey Maguire's in the film, and I absolutely can't wait to see what role he'll play, even if it's small, in establishing Dr. Doom's dominance as he squashes timelines across the multiverse. But you guys let me know all your thoughts down below. Had you seen these photos already and what you think? They're not hard to find all over Twitter and Reddit if you want to go find them again. They're not in this video though, and not on my social media. Let me know all your thoughts down below. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff. Guys, in the next video, hey
man, y'all let me know, bro. If y'all seen these AI photos, bro, do y'all think some of them is real, bro? And even if they not, do y'all think Marvel seen them and they might do something with it? You know what I mean? Like, he might have gave them an idea, you know? But me personally, I think the Tobey Maguire one might be real because he is in London. And I do think they might be filming some scenes that might be shown at the end of the movie. because like I think they filming those scenes now because some of these actors might be busy with other jobs and other movies or something like that they got to do. Because I'm pretty sure some companies do that. They'll film movies not in order. They'll film a scene from the beginning, and then sometimes they'll jump to a scene at the end, and they'll like, bro, let's just film this fight scene right now because I already know what we want to do. I don't want to change it. I know how I want this to be, so let's do this right now. And then I know y'all got to do stuff in like a month or two, so y'all ain't gonna be here when So let's get y'all parts done already so we can just start editing in. Bro, saying that word, bro, sometimes be hard to say, but I that's what I think they doing, bro. I think they making scenes for the future, so they already have them prepared. That's why I think these photos might actually be real.